went to Trader Joe's. I'm going to share everything I got. I'm going to share some ideas along the way to let you know the kinds of things I'll be making. So hopefully give you some ideas as to what you could make. I've got meals, snacks, some sweet treats planned for these groceries. So let's get started with the grocery haul. I got quite a few things for $118, $118.99 to be specific. For the frozen items, I got a bunch of berries, and I learned from Dr. Furman that if the berries are frozen, you don't need to worry about getting them organic. I hope it's true because I started buying conventional non-organic berries, and if you have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear. I've got these mixed berries, and these have cherries in them, which is really nice. I love the cherries. It's a really nice blend. I'm probably just going to use these for smoothies, for chia pudding bowls, and oatmeal, things like that. And then the same thing for blueberries. I try and eat blueberries every day. And these are on Dr. Furman's list of foods to eat every day. So I always buy a lot of these because I go through them really quickly. I've been making the viral lemon drink, which I just posted a video on that. You can find it on the channel, and it's actually really good. And sometimes I'll add the blueberries to it. It's so good and blend it up. It's like so refreshing. It's a healthy lemonade. And with the blueberries, it's like a blueberry healthy lemon. I don't know what you would even call it, but it's delicious. Strawberries, frozen peaches. These are also really good for smoothies and maybe a peach cobbler, I'm thinking. And and also I make a lot of Ninja Creamy ice creams. These are really nice for those as well. I have a creamsicle recipe where I use the peaches. It's so good. The fiber adds a nice thickness to the Ninja Creamy ice creams, and it's really nice. So I highly recommend the peaches. I always buy these organic sweet corn because they're so good and they just add so much flavor to things. You can literally make a meal so quickly. Throw in black beans and add some cilantro and maybe some salsa and some of these, and just cook it up. It's so good. So yeah, I don't know. I just love having corn on hand because it's so flavorful. This is all the frozen stuff. I bought these baby spinach. It's nice to have, it's convenient. And so I like to buy from Trader Joe's, but I don't always love that there's so much plastic in their packaging. What I like to do is, for my greens, is get a paper towel and put that in the greens. It tends to keep them from going bad because it will absorb moisture, and so it will last a lot longer. I've been using those in the spinach oat flatbreads I've been making that are just spinach and oats, and they come out so good, so delicious. I have a video coming out on that where I found an easy way to make it. I also bought organic arugula. This is just so good for salad. It's a cruciferous vegetable, so that's really good and really healthy to have. I try and have this every day. What are your favorite greens? There are so many different kinds of leafy greens, and having a variety of them just adds so much flavor and nutrition to your meals. This trick with the paper towel really makes them last a long time. And sometimes I'll replace the paper towel and add another one, and it just makes the produce last longer. So that's really good. I bought some carrots. These you can shred and put them in salads. Use these in a veggie bake, can incorporate them. Carrots, they're so delicious and they've got such good nutrients for you. And Trader Joe's has a lot of really good prices for their produce, and a lot of times the produce is really good. So I got these beets. I'm probably going to use these. I'm just going to roast them, and then I might also boil them and make a beet hummus. You can find a beet hummus recipe as well on my channel. Red onions have so many good nutrients too, and so I got 2 of these. I use them in everything every day. Have some onions. 2 apples. These are organic apples, and I try and buy organic when it comes to apples. They're on the Dirty Dozen list that Environmental Working Group puts out. It's a list of the fruits and vegetables that have the most pesticides or the worst to have not organic and where you should really buy organic. These are not on the Clean 15. These are on the Dirty Dozen, so I try and get them organic when I can. Oh, for the apples, I'm going to slice these up and as like donuts, like core them and then slice them. And then so they're like ring shaped, and then drizzle them with date syrup and maybe throw on some nuts for like a candy apple type, such caramel apple type situation. That sounds good. I'm hungry. And then I got an eggplant. They were super firm and big.
That's what she said?
Isn't that everything you want in an eggplant? We're talking vegetables. This one I plan to use either to make baba ganoush and or use it, roast some of it as a veggie bake, or also I had in mind to just slice it into like circles, rounds, and just roast them in the oven like that and be really good. I can never have enough garlic. I use garlic all the time. I make a lot of hummus and I like to roast it and make like and mash it and make like a garlic butter. And it's just really great to spread on things, sandwiches or wraps or what have you. That's a lot of flavor, nutrition, really good stuff. I got a golden potato. I don't know why I bought this. I saw it and I just thought I want to have a potato. I might shred it and make like a hash brown situation, or just cook it up and add it to whatever, have it alongside whatever else it is I'm having. And then I got a couple of sweet onions, and they caramelize really nicely when you roast them or saute them in a pan and caramelize them that way, and they add a lot of flavor, or just add it to anything, raw salads and things like that. I wanted to get lemons, organic lemons, because I wanted to make that viral lemon drink again. And so I'm using the rind. So I wanted to make sure to get it organic. I thought that would be a good move. They had lemons, they had organic lemons, but they didn't look good. They weren't like really soft, and you could just tell there weren't really great lemons. So, but the limes were super, super awesome. Thin skin and soft. So I was like, these are good. So I got 2 of the conventional ones, and then I saw the organic ones, and I thought, I'm going to try and make this viral lemon drink, but make it with lime instead of lemon. And I did that the other day, and it was really good. I've been making them almost every day, and it's so refreshing, and it makes you like, it's kind of like almost like not an appetite suppressant in a sense, but I don't even know. I feel like you're at a spa and having some really bougie drink. And then limes and lemons I use a lot in dressings as well. I got some cilantro, and I'm going to make this cashew lime cilantro dressing, spicy cashew dressing. And I'm going to use the cilantro and the lime for that. Like this whole thing of cilantro is going to be in that. It's very herby. If I don't use my herbs right away, I tend to go sideways. So even if I wrap them in a paper towel or do them, put them on the windowsill and like flowers and water, like no matter what, it's hard to make them last long, at least for me. So I like to use the herbs right away and make something like a salad dressing, so that preserves them and you can enjoy them that way. I got a peach, which is gone because I ate it and it was so delicious, and I wish I bought more than one peach. I find that peaches, I don't know if you have this trouble too with peaches, but it's very hit or miss, the peaches. And I find nectarines are a little bit more of a sure bet. And then so this is just looks so good, and I think I had this once a long time ago. It is a French canary lemon, I don't know what to call it. It's a very bright lemon, but it's a French Canary melon. And one of the things I love about going to Trader Joe's, other than the vibe, is really nice. It's like a cool store to go to, is that everything's by the price. So it's not by the weight. So you know when you pick something up, you know you have the exact price, how much it is. It's not by weight. This is like 6 pounds. It could even be 8. I don't know. It's really heavy. So something like this at another store might be really expensive, but this is like $4.99 for the whole thing. Before you eat these melons and these fruits that are really heavy, like why not make use of them as weights, you know? That's really fun. It's a fun way to work out. And like when you work things like that into your everyday routine, like you get the workout in without even thinking about it. And then also I'm excited to eat it because I think it's going to be really good. So I will report back on how that was. And then, as always, I buy a lot of bananas. I actually have 2 ripe ones that I bought as well. So these are 6 ones that were more greenish. I like to buy bananas at various levels of ripeness. So I want to spread them out, I guess, in terms of when I'm going to use them. When they get really ripe, some of those I'm going to throw them in the freezer so that they'll be available for smoothies and nice creams and things like that. I like to get a variety of different kinds of tofu. I got some sprouted tofu. This is a firm tofu. And then I got some high protein, this super firm tofu. The firmer the tofu, the higher protein content, and the less you have to press it if you're using it for a bake or something like that. Anyway, if you have any questions on ways that you can enjoy tofu, let me know. Or if you want a dedicated video to tofu, let me know. And then this is something that was new at Trader Joe's, which is silken tofu. Silken tofu is great for smoothies, things that you're going to blend. I was thinking about using them in Ninja Creamy ice cream as a base. So I'm going to try that. And then I also got this organic 3-grain tempeh, and I'm going to make some tempeh bacon with this and marinate it, and it's going to be really good. That's it for all the tofu and tempeh. I've been having flax meal every day. If you have flax meal every day, you're going to get in omegas, you're going to get in so many good nutrients, and ooh, there's even a no-bake energy bite here on the back. I'm working on a chickpea cookie recipe and chickpea cookie dough, and I just added some of the flax meal to it, and it gave it a nice nuttiness to it. Using it in those recipes not as like an egg replacer, but just like as an added ingredient for their nutrition and everything, and in place of maybe some of the oat flour that I was using. These 2 things I didn't plan on getting, but they're kind of like a fun snacky type thing that I like. And these are the sweet apple rings. These are so delicious. I love having these, just enjoying and snacking on them. I also like to put them in the oven and cook them a little bit, like dehydrate them a little bit, and they get crunchy. Freeze-dried strawberries, and these are just fun to eat, as well as I like to crunch them up and put them as a topping on some of the Ninja Creamy ice creams and such. And so that's really good too. I got 4 soy milks. I use them a lot. I make like a protein coffee where I make like it's more like a protein latte, where I use soy milk and some vegan protein powder, some freeze-dried decaf coffee, and a little date syrup, and it comes out so delicious. I love it. It's so good. Then we have dates, and you can use dates as a natural sweetener. You can make a date caramel. You can make date syrup. There's some videos on the channel you can find here where I use dates in Ninja Creamy recipes. I posted a date bark recipe in the Snickers bar. I made like 100-gram bar too with them, and it's just like so caramelly and so delicious. I only bought 2 of these because I have some dates as well still that I bought from Costco. These are typically much more expensive than medjool dates, but Trader Joe's had a really good price on these. So this is a pound of dates, 16 ounces, and it was $4.99. For making sweet treats, I also bought these 72% cacao dark chocolate chips and the 3-pack of these chocolate bars. I always buy beans, and I didn't buy a lot. I have some dried beans, and so I've been wanting to make beans from dried versus always buying canned beans. I made them for the first time from scratch the other day. I know, I've been vegan for 20 years. How is it I just made my own beans? Tried to make my chickpeas from scratch the other day. And it just, unless I'm using the Instant Pot, I think where you could just set it and forget it, like it's going to take a lot of babysitting at the stove, and it was not really time that I had to do that. So I like having the convenience of the beans. I don't know that I'm actually going to switch to dry beans over canned just because of the convenience, unless I get my Instant Pot out and sort of keep it on the counter more and like just always be making my beans that way. So that's an option. And then I did buy this pepita salsa. This is my favorite salsa of theirs, and it's got such a nice chipotle flavor to it, and it just adds so much. So I'll just even use a tablespoon and mix it in with my black beans, and it just adds so much flavor. A couple tablespoons even if you want, or drizzle on top, adds so much flavor, and it's so good, which is such a great cheat. Like when you have something like that, then you don't have to worry about pulling out all your spices per se. Like you can just add and put it all together, and it's going to be so delicious. Speaking of adding flavor to things, I got some coconut aminos, which this I use instead of soy sauce, which is fine, or tamari. You could use any of those. They're interchangeable, but I like the coconut aminos. I kind of like the flavor of it better. So this is a great seasoning sauce. For your tofu, whatever, you just can marinate it in this a little bit. And then I got some peanut butter because I'm going to start using it more in some desserts. It's like one of my favorite things. This pico de gallo was so good. It disappeared so quickly. I don't have it to show you, but here's a screenshot of it from Trader Joe's website. I will link to all of the videos so you can check those out for the recipes and the things that I mentioned here in this video. I'd also love to know your thoughts, what kinds of things you would make with some of these groceries, or if there's something that I bought or that I didn't buy that you would have bought. Let me know. There's a lot of stuff here that will last for a long time, and depending on how I use them. And of course, I have a fully stocked pantry as well for things like spices and other kinds of ingredients and things that add flavor and nutrition. So if you'd like to see a pantry tour at some point, let me know. Something I've thought about doing, and if that would be helpful for you, let me know. These groceries will definitely get me through the week and probably the following week as well. Some of these items are going to last 3 or 4 weeks also, maybe even 5 or 6 weeks.